truly, Diva Laree with UNARepublic and UNA University. We got a live session going today. We got a live session going today. In the house already. I got Undisputed Truth. Undisputed Truth is in the house already, ready to go. I want to say hello to YouTube. Hello YouTube. Hello TikTok. I love you. I love you. Welcome. Welcome and welcome. Let's go into this thing now. Who we talking about? What we're talking about? Why we're talking about it? We're talking about, you know who we're talking about. You know who we're talking about. Undisputed knows who we're talking about. We're talking about Ed Reeves. Ed Reeves. Excuse me. Let me rephrase it, because we keep calling that my brother's name wrong. Ed Reed. What you doing? Ed Reed, what you doing? All right, we're going to get into it today. Undisputed Truth, I definitely want to hear what you got to say. And I want to hear what you got to say. TikTok, YouTube, we here today. We ready to do this thing. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree, UNA University, UNARepublic. Let's get to it. All right, we talk about Ed Reed. Ed Reed and his firing from Bethune-Cookman. We're going to get into it today about what happened and what can be done from this point moving forward. All right. So let me state here, we don't normally do these types of sessions whereby we are talking about these mainstream things. We deal with law, and I don't like to be pulled into these kind of topics, but they're heavy, and so I got my own little opinion, which I normally don't put out, but today I am. And I'm going to speak on this. Also, we're going to get into some law concerning this case and what can be done. I want to say thank you to Mimi Checks. Thank you for the rose, Mimi. All right. Thank you for joining Mimi and Eddie and Jennifer and all my other people and all my people in YouTube land. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what are we going over today? We're talking about Ed Reed and his firing. Ed Reed, what you doing? Ed Reed, what you doing? All right, so here we go. The question is, was Ed Reed right to rant live? Now, what I want to avoid using terms like right or wrong in this case, all right? And I'll tell you why. As I deal with law once again, all things have a reason for being. Everything has a purpose for being. So what he did was he delivered an energy to Bethune-Cookman. He was the one that needed to deliver it. All right. It's not just to Bethune, but this is a wake up call to all of these universities, and not even just HBCUs, but definitely to HBCUs. But we don't want to say he was right or wrong, for the simple fact that, again, he was supposed to deliver this energy. That being said, the question should be, was he unprofessional? That's the question. Was he unprofessional? Absolutely. He was very much unprofessional in ranting publicly about the situations that were going on there. Now, I saw him when he first did the live where he was in the car. He said, man, y'all talk about Dion. Y'all don't even know, or whatever. And I'm thinking, he already frustrated. He hasn't even gotten started. I didn't know. And then he had the nerve to speak about how he wasn't even under contract. You should have kept your mouth shut about that. You were unprofessional. Was he right or wrong? I'm not saying he was wrong. That energy had to be delivered. He was the one sent by the universe to deliver that energy to that organization. But was he professional? Absolutely not. So I want to say this because I know a lot of people have the mindset that he told the truth. Okay, no, nobody's saying he didn't tell the truth. He told the truth. Let's say he told the truth. But then if there were anybody else in here and you invited someone into your home or you were employing someone, all right, and excuse me, I got a little curl right here, but you were employing someone, would you be okay with them going out and spilling the terms of whatever you've got going on within your house, within your organization, within your business? Would you be okay with that? Or you'd be ready to light a fire under somebody. Excuse me. Be ready to light a fire. We got to be honest about that, and we've got to be willing to put ourselves in the shoes of Bethune-Cookman and what they have to deal with. Halo. Everybody follow what I'm saying? If I want you all to put a message, go ahead and put a message in the comment section. If you'd be okay with somebody coming in your house and then going off in public about something you invited them in to do, would you be okay with that? No, we'd be ready to light somebody up. And you got to be honest about that. If you're not willing to be honest about that, then you can't really be discerning about what really went down in the situation. It was not professional. It wasn't professional. But he just delivered an energy. Now, when you deliver an energy, you've got to respect that an energy is going to come back. You don't just open your mouth and expect that, oh, everything's supposed to be okay. Now, oh, he apologized. Okay. He apologized. And then he turned around and did it again. He turned around and did it again. This is what I'm saying. You've got to be cognizant of the energies that you're putting out. Again, this is law I'm talking about. The reason why I'm speaking on this is because this is a teachable topic. Nobody is saying what he said was a lie. But the way he said it and the fact that he went in public with something that was private, really it was disrespectful. He disrespected the organization. All right. Now, let me get on Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman, as I said, had it coming. Okay, because you have to recognize where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And again, he didn't just pop up out of nowhere. This is a universal energy. Again, everything is under universal laws. And I won't put it up now. And I got time. I got a little bit of time today. So I want y'all to hit me up in the inbox. Send me a message. I want you to post in YouTube and TikTok. I want to see your comments. USA Freedom says no. No what? No what? All right. So they had it coming. And I want to say, I want to get on this now, because one of the things that we don't recognize is who controls these organizations. All right. And I pulled this up, and I had already known this, but Bethune-Cookman is under United Methodist, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look it up real quick so we can see for sure. But Bethune-Cookman is under an Albion organization. Huh? What? Yeah. First of all, if it's under a religious order or a religious organization, all religions lead back to Britain. All religions lead back to Britain. All British ties lead back to the Vatican. All these Vatican ties lead back to what we know of today as Israel. Who is that? Y'all know who they are? Do I need to call them out? Uh-huh. One second, I'm going to tell you what the name of this church is. One second. The name of this church that is over them. Let's see if I can find it here real quick. because it's it's an organization that's under the control of, what is it? United Methodist Church. United Methodist Church. Hair Health Herbalist, Halo. Welcome, Chef Boy. Thank you for joining. My brother's keeper. Thank you for joining. Carolina, thank y'all for following. All right, I want y'all to take this opportunity to like and share and follow, and then send out a link to other folks. In YouTube, y'all please subscribe. Y'all subscribe in TikTok. Okay, so let's get on this thing. United Methodist Church. Once again, I'm going to say this, and then I want y'all to do your research. When I say this, I don't want y'all to believe what Diva Laree says. I want you to do your own research. All right, United Methodist Church, you even look it up for yourself. That's predominantly Albion organization. If it's a religion, it's going to lead back to Britain. If it's leading back to Britain, it's going to lead to the Vatican. If it's leading to the Vatican, it's leading to what you know of today as Israel. These are the Jews. The vast majority of your HBCUs are under those orders. They're not under the order of melanated people. They're not really our schools. I'm just letting you know. This is going to upset some people. I'm not trying to upset you. I just need you to know the facts. All right? I'm not trying to upset you. I just need you to know the facts. All right? So we're getting to this point to understand, well, who's really running it? Because you see this melanated as the head. And then who is the board? Notice, did y'all see? Okay. Y'all go and take a look at Roland Martin's interview with the president of the board. And Roland said, hey, I'll come down there and I can have my show, and then you have the board to show up. Thank you, Ya. Thank you for the rose. Yaka Mara. All right. Thank you for the rose. He says, we're going to come down there and bring the board, and then let's have this conversation now. I need y'all to understand one of the things that Edreed kept going on about is the board, and how the board was, there were some snakes is what he was saying. But here's the deal. Y'all got to understand this. When Roland said, bring the board, he was like, he was hesitant. He was like, well, the board is not going to show up because the board is not supposed to, the board, you're not going to see the board, because then you will see who's truly running everything. You're not going to see the board because then you will see who's truly running everything. And I guarantee you, there's some people that don't have my skin color. I guarantee you. That's why they're not going to show up. Because they are not supposed to be seen. They're supposed to be behind the scenes so that nobody knows who's really running the organization. Huh? Am I telling the truth? Look at who it says. It says Bethune-Cookman University is affiliated with the United Methodist Church. How is it that there is a predominantly Albion organization running a historically black university? How does this happen? Because the vast majority of them are run by this type of group. They're not run by brown people. They're not. The vast majority of them. The only one that I know of that is not run by non-melanated people would have been Morris Brown, which lost its accreditation. Morris Brown was one of those that wasn't run by You so-called Jews, non-melanated people. Not to say that they are evil or anything like that. What I'm telling you is that when Roland Martin asked the president or the interim president, because one of the things when you watch Roland Martin's interview with the president of the organization, and you watch how Edreed was speaking, he kept saying that guy is just a puppet. And again, nobody said Edreed was lying, okay? But how did he say it? He said that guy's just a puppet. He's an interim president. They're just using him to say things. All right. He could be very right. But who's the board? Yeah, you're not gonna see the board. Roland Martin can go down there all he wants, but the board will not show up because you're not supposed to know who's running it. Okay. Edreed was what's called sent by the universe to deliver a message, and that's what he did. And when he did, he's opening up some sores, because there are some things that have to come to light, and what's going to come to light is who is actually running these HBCUs. Who is it? They don't look like me. I'm going to move on so y'all can do your research and look that up. This is not Diva Laree making this up. So this is the kind of stuff. See, when I tell y'all what the facts are, this is the kind of stuff that got UNA on Facebook totally blocked. Like no warning. Because I tell what the facts are. And this is why Edreed feels that he's getting banned too. Because we tell what the facts are. I get it. I get it. All right. But I have to go into some things now. Because Bethune-Cookman, yeah, they got their own issues going on within their organization. They got their own issues going on within that organization. But Edreed has his own set of issues, and we're ready to get on that too. Burke says HBCU ran by Democrats. You on the wrong page, Burke, because you talking about Democrats, Republicans. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This got to do with who's running the whole Democrat and Republic. They the same group. They the same group. And it's not the KKK. You see, again, y'all need to know what the facts are. Yeah, they light-skinned people running it. But it's not the KKK, and them are two different groups of people. Both of them light-skinned. They look alike, but they're not the same people. Because the KKK don't have the power that these people have. Please believe me, the KKK is just a group of Albions that are misguided and misled and don't know that they are puppets and being played by these people running this game. So the so-called Jews, they not KKK. They not Albion. No. So I'm going to break it down since people want to put up who they think. Let's break this down. All right. You got your Albion, they light skinned, but you got your so-called Jews over here. They are a totally different set of light skinned. These are the ones with all the power. These are the ones that are controlling and manipulating everything. These people don't have no power. Albions don't have no power. They don't. They just think they got power. These people make them think they have power, but they're puppets. That's what's going on. I told you once again, Bethune-Cookman is run by United Methodist Church. First of all, that's a predominantly Albion organization. Secondly, it's a religious organization. All religions lead back to Britain. Okay? Everything Britain leads back to the Vatican. Everything Vatican leads back to what we know of as Israel. That's the Jews. They the same people. I want to go into Edreed though. All right, I need to go into Edreed and what his actions were. And I'm going to try to play this video clip. Let me see if I can get this thing in here. Because there's an issue here that's being put up like, Ed Reed is the victim. Ed Reed is the victim. Okay? And we gotta address that. So let me see if I can get this thing up in here, because I want to go over some things with respect to Ed Reed, what he did, why it was inappropriate, all that. Okay, now let's get on this. Let me see if I can do this right. Okay, one moment. I'm going to get this thing set up because I want to make sure when I present this, you all can see it and you understand what I'm saying. Now, did I just... Oh, I did. One second. Let me copy. My people in YouTube are like, what are you doing, Diva? Hold on for a second. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this off. Wait. All right, turn her off. Hey. All right, y'all still with me? TikTok, stay with me. Stay with me, because I'm ready to go into this thing. I need to make it clear about what happened. All right. Now. All right, so I'm going to go back up here. Now, let's go into this thing. Ed Reed. Now. Ed Reed. All right. Now, this is what I say about Ed Reed. Ed Reed needs a business mentor. He needs a mentor. All right. Why? Why does he need a mentor? Because if he had a mentor would have told him never start work before the contract is minted. Never. You don't do it. That's business 101. When you get that contract done, then I'm going to start work. When I get my money in hand, then I'm going to start work. That's what a business mentor would have told him. A business mentor would have told him never speak negative openly about the people who are paying you. You don't speak negatively, openly about the people who are paying you. A business mentor would have told him never speak public about somebody, even if they coming at you. And I'm going to use this example, okay, because everybody want to bring Deion's name into this for whatever reason, one or the other, but I'm going to bring his name into this because he's a good example of this. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, was attacked by Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson, he ain't squat and went off on him. That was a verbal attack, just so y'all clear. That was a verbal attack on him. The students on the other team, Eddie Robinson's team, was verbally attacking Coach Prime. Not one time did he come on television or say anything in that interview that was negative or disrespectful to the other team, even though they clear out attacked him. Anybody else would have been ready to clap back. Clap back. But Coach Prime didn't do that. What did he do? He spoke positively about himself. Look, whatever issues you got is yours. He didn't say this, but this is how it comes across. I'm going to speak about me and my greatness. I help people. I motivate people. I lift people up. I bring new ways for people to do things. I educate people. And somebody has the nerve to tell me or have the audacity to say what I ain't. I'm going to tell you what I am. That's a God statement. I am. That is a God statement. I am. And that's all that needed to be said. I am. And then he told you what he was and showed you what he was. Not one negative word did he say about the other team, not even to his own students or his players, rather. When he walked that field and that other team was disrespectful to him, he said to his guys, listen, they've been disrespectful, but we're going to show them on the field what we do. We're going to show them on the field. And they went on the field and ran the score up. That's how you play. You don't open your mouth and be saying negative and disrespectful things. I am. I'm going to show you who I am. I need to talk about it. I'm going to show you. And that's what he did. And that's what should have been done here, which he started off doing that. And we're going to get into that. He started off doing that. He got on the field and he's cleaning up stuff, and he's got people coming in here with equipment and moving and lifting and cutting down and chopping and all this other great stuff. That's how you show it. If he had a business mentor, all right? A business mentor would tell him never take private issues into the public. You don't do it. If he had a business mentor would have told him, always think about your desired outcome before you open your mouth. Always think about the desired outcome before you open your mouth. Why? What did you think was going to happen when you went live and you dissed the whole school? You didn't just diss the whole school. You dissed all the other HBCUs. You didn't just diss all the other HBCUs. You dissed all the social media. You dissed everybody who was even thinking about trying to help you, because you had the notion and the thought that only way you can get people to do for you is if you paid them. You pooped on the whole damn planet because you were ranting. You did not think about the outcome of your rant before you spoke out of your face. That's the problem. A business mentor would have told him how to conduct himself professionally in interviews. I'm ready to show this right now, because somebody acting like, no, he was okay. I want y'all to go and look up that Roland Martin interview. All right, let's take a look at this. And I'm going to flip my screen so that you all can see this. Go and look up the Roland Martin interview on YouTube. I'm going to play a few clips, and let me say this, Fair Use Act, okay? I'm using this in the Fair Use Act. I want y'all to pay attention and take notes about what you're seeing here, and then I'm going to address it, because there are some other issues going on, and everybody wants to say, oh, he's passionate because of the kids. There's something more going on there. And I want you to take a look at this interview, and then we're going to discuss it. Let me flip my rig here. Hopefully y'all will be able to see this TikTok. I got this set up on YouTube. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to start playing from here, and I want you to just watch the energy that he's putting out. Watch this energy. All right? Watch this. And you tell me if this is professional way to act when you're dealing with people who are paying you. All right, let me see if I can turn this volume up so that everybody can hear this. All right, we rolling.
How can you do this? This is wrong, man. These kids deserve better, and I was giving it to them. And I still want to, because I got 3 kids here right now, and they only want to play for me. They only came for me. They can't go no other school. How, man? Dr. Drake, you wrong, man. Don't do that.
Raw, you said you extend.
All right. Now, again, I'm saying to you that the way he's displaying his anger and he's speaking, that's very confrontational. That's very confrontational. And Who would allow somebody in their organization to be speaking to them that manner? Again, here he is trying to plead for his job back, but he's coming at it like he want to fight. Got his teeth clenched and yelling, passion. They say, oh, that's passion. It looks like anger. That's not professional. That's not how you talking to somebody when you want your job back. Let me say, oh, that's passion. It looks like anger. That's not professional. That's not how you talking to somebody when you want your job back. Let me continue. Watch this now. More of this energy that's coming. And this is not just about, oh, they say it's all about the kids. There's something else going on here. And I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna tell the truth. Y'all okay with him telling the truth? Let me tell the truth.
So far, we haven't been granted that access. We're still waiting to see if that's possible.
I want you to take a look at his energy. Now, at some point in this video, he gets up and starts walking around the room or whatever. But take a look at his energy and the outburst.
But it starts with a conversation. We requested that. So far, we haven't been granted that access. We're still waiting to see if that's possible. But we stuck around on purpose. We had recruits here this weekend. Certain members of the athletic program wanted us to cancel the visit while it was going on. And again, Reggie Diaz, man, say his name, man.
Now, here this guy is trying to get him to be on the right page and speak properly and say the right things. And he's still doing what this guy is his business partner, what have you. But he's trying to get him to calm down, first of all. And secondly, stop saying things that are inflammatory and making the school not want to work with him. He's attacking. This is an attack. Say his name, man. Reggie Diaz. Say his name. You are attacking that man. And when you do that, how do you think somebody is supposed to respond? Once again, what's coming out of your face? How do you expect somebody to work with you if you're constantly coming with the attacks? So here this man is trying to help him, and he's still not getting the key or the clue that he needs to calm down and be quiet.
Actually, this hero have other HBCUs reach out to y'all.
We've been in contact with other head coaches from HBCU. I turned down the Jackson State job to come here, Roland Martin. Jackson State Brown called me. Deion Sanders called me himself, man. Gave me. Listen.
Look at his energy.
Everything that Ed is saying is accurate. There have been other offers before Bethune-Cookman in previous years from other rambling from bro.
Oh man, see him trying. He's trying to tell him, look, man, I need you to calm down. I'm trying to help you get this back. He's trying to get his job back. Listen up. How do you expect somebody to work with somebody who does not even have control of their own emotions? It doesn't work. So if he's really trying to get his job back, you don't do it like this. So now I'm going to get back to this, and I want to let me come out of here. All right, it was one more that I wanted to show. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can find it, then we'll go, because I don't want to play this whole video.
And his team to exit. Tell the truth, it was important. But we figured it out. And at university and the kids. And like I said, we extended the olive branch. We still haven't heard anything yet from anybody in administration. Okay. All we were asking for before we exited Daytona is just to have a conversation.
I am, again, you may have heard me ask the president there, I am more than happy to bring this show to Daytona, to do a town hall there on the campus with the students, with the administration, with the alumni, and hopefully that conversation will take place if he decides to stick to his decision, if that's it, or if there is some way to reconcile. We'll see what happens there. Gentlemen, I thank both of you, Ed. I appreciate you coming on.
So, okay, I didn't find the other one that I wanted to do, but I'm making it clear that if you're looking at his energy, Can you imagine what he would be like in front of a board, sitting with them and trying to have they're trying to have a conversation, and he's yelling and calling them wrong and going in on Reggie Theus, who they've already established as their athletic director, and he's being incredibly disrespectful. Can you imagine how he would be in that setting? One second. And once again, I want y'all to leave your comments. I want you to tell me your thoughts. We can have this discussion because I got time today, just a little bit anyway. I got a little bit of time today, and I do want to hear what you have to say. But what I am saying is that he has made it almost possible. I got a little bit of time today, and I do want to hear what you have to say. But what I am saying is that he has made it almost impossible for anybody to want to work with him. And so I'm going in on that he needs a mentor. He needs a business mentor because there are things that he needs to learn about business. Yeah, you want to coach the kids and, this is just about the kids, but you better know the big overall thing is about business. And if you're not conducting yourself in a manner where people want to do business with you, then you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. All right, I'm going to flip this rig. One moment. All right, and I'm back. Halo. All right, so now, with that being said, let's continue. Okay. He needs a business mentor. Also, a business mentor would have told him, you need to be mindful about your appearance, your hair, your clothes. You got to be mindful about that. And a business mentor would tell him to control his emotions in public. But the big thing is he's got to want to listen to a business mentor. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about this. And once again, I don't normally give my opinions about things, but I'm going to give my opinion about this today. And I know some of y'all are going to be upset and angry or whatever because y'all are supporting. And it's not that I don't support this brother, all right? It's not that I don't support this brother. But what I don't support is bad behavior. I don't. Again, it's needed. It's supposed to be, because if it wasn't supposed to be, he couldn't have given this energy to Bethune-Cookman. He couldn't have done it. But that doesn't mean that he won't have repercussions for the energies that he puts out. To me, I see a spoiled child who didn't get what they wanted, and now they're venting and pooping all over everybody. It wasn't just Bethune. It was all HBCUs. It wasn't just the HBCUs. No, it was social media, and it was everybody who wanted to help in social media. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not professional. Right or wrong, if he's got an issue, have the issue with Bethune. Even if he just said, it's Bethune. No, he didn't do that. He went off on everybody. You can't do that. That's bad energy. That's bad energy. He was disrespectful. And then you want your job back. So he said, but Diva, he apologized. He did apologize. He apologized, and then he turned around and did the same thing again. Then he came on Roland Martin's and did the same thing again. At what point does he recognize his own ish? That's the problem I see. Even you go back and look at this whole Roland Martin interview. What you're seeing is somebody who's not willing to be accountable for what they did. All of us must be accountable for our own actions. Go look at the interview, and you're going to see somebody who's not accountable. There's a problem there. So, you need to go with Dion. If I was Dion, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole, because he doesn't know how to act. I'm just being 100. You've got to know how to act. He kept doing it over and over again. Okay, first of all, he comes on, he's in his car, and he says what he says. Y'all don't know, because all these HBCU, he should have stopped right there. But then he comes back on, and he starts ranting and showing the field. Then he's cursing and going on. How professional is that? If it were your brand, would you be appreciative of that? Somebody comes into your house, they just say it about your name, about you as a person, and they say, hey, you, Bill James, you ain't poo because you didn't clean up my whatever. Now, then you start listening to the president, and the president of the school is like, he wasn't even hired, so he didn't have an office. What's this? I'm saying to you that this goes beyond just Bethune-Cookman has a problem, because yes, Bethune-Cookman has their own set of issues. But please, let's not be mistaken. Ed Reed has his own set of issues as well. And it starts with being willing to accept responsibility for the poo that you put out. And then learning to control your own energies. He needs a business mentor. All of us do. Know what, hair health herbalist? All right, so I'm going to get on this because I'm going in on told you what I feel about Ed Reed. Let me say this. What can be done? What can we do? What can he do, rather? I want to say this. I think that him being fired saved him a lot of headaches. Saved him a lot of headaches, because when you first come in, it's like a relationship. It's like any other relationship. When you come into a relationship and you frustrated from the beginning, you need to cut that right there. You need to cut that at the beginning, because it doesn't get better. It only gets worse. It doesn't get better. If you're ranting and y'all just started, then you need to cut it. And they did him a favor. Saved him a whole bunch of headaches. Okay, so good. You did great. You came in, you cleared the fields, and you did all this other stuff. You got the school to work together. That was very beautiful, very positive, excellent. Now, see, here's the problem. He did all this great work, and only thing people going to remember is his mouth and him going in. That Roland Martin interview, he need to find a way to delete that from the existence of this universe, because it does not look good for him. If I was somebody looking to hire somebody for a coaching gig or whatever it is, I wouldn't call him. I don't care how much pull you got. There's too much baggage that comes along with that. He needs to get that deleted, because it does not look good for him. So they did him a favor by firing him. All right. Now, what can he do to move forward? Now, if it's just about fighting, then, he could, because he did work. Once you start doing work, then somebody owes you. You ever seen how people squat? They squat on houses or whatever because they go and put some work into it, then they put a lien on the house. That's exactly what he can do. He can put a lien on that school and shut them down, literally. Somebody else already has a lawsuit against the school, one of the alumni associations. But when you know what I know, I shut people down. I bring them to their knees. And that's what he could do if he wanted to do that. And then if I were doing it, if it were me, and I was wanting to fight, which I don't be fighting people like that, but if I had to fight, and because I know what to do, I would shut them down, and then make there be a forensic audit. I would audit that whole all their books, and somebody be going to prison when I get finished. But that's just me. I wouldn't do that, because that's not how I play, because I don't bring on those kind of energies. But if it's about fighting, he's got all kind of legal recourse to even just get paid, because he's saying, oh, it's not about the money. Okay, but the money is there. Oh, it's not about getting even. Well, let me help you understand. There is a board that nobody's gonna see. They want to stay hidden. cannot get nothing done with that school until you get rid of the board. And so I see that the universe brought edreed into the game. The universe brought edreed into the game because that board needs to be exposed. The board needs to be exposed. Because when that board gets exposed, all of the boards dealing with all of these other HBCUs is going to be exposed. That's what his purpose is in this universe at this time. He served his purpose. But make no mistakes, he got his own set of issues as well. As I get ready to get out of here, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Who is in the house? BB Kiki. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following the host, California News. Yep, what? Y'all talk to me. Y'all say one word. I want you to have a conversation. Undisputed, where are you? Undisputed Truth, where are you? Who else is in the house? Truth, Yaka. What's Truth? Y'all talk to me. Say something. UFGA says these HBCUs are being ran by the states they reside in. Nope. Look it up, my friend. They are being run by foreign organizations that are not for the people who the schools are for. They're being run by foreign organizations. Let me see. Lieutenant. Is that Lieutenant? Grand Rising, Lieutenant. We don't say good morning because that's like, morning is to mourn. But I say Grand Rising, Lieutenant. I'm a Justy. I'm a Justy says Undisputed Truth. Okay. Harry says I enjoyed your discussion. Thank you, Harry, but y'all not discussing nothing. I'm just going in. Lieutenant. All right. So I'm going to get out of here. I want y'all to know I love you. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the UNA University, go to unauniversity.com and look us up. Understand what's going on with our classes because we get heavy into law. I told you I'll be locking stuff down. If it were me and I'm dealing with this Bethune-Cookman College, man, I have them in a headlock. I'd be like, put them in a headlock, and they'd have to succumb to whatever I wanted. But I wouldn't be in that position because I would know not to conduct myself in that way. All right. YouTube, how y'all doing? Where y'all at? Say something. California says, I thought he was in court for something the way he was acting. California, no, he's not in court, but I'm letting you know that the energy that he was putting out, it's unacceptable. Really, it's just unacceptable. You can't put that kind of energy out and then expect for people to have the desire to work with you. It just doesn't work that way. So, I hope he gets, another gig or what have you, doing what he desires to do. But I think he needs to let this go. There's a board that's playing this game behind the scenes, and they don't want to be seen, specifically because it's going to expose a lot of things. And he's put here to expose those things. So congratulations to him for doing his job that the universe sent him to do. Now, I hope he does the job of gaining knowledge of self. I hope he gets a true business mentor that can really get him to the next level of where he wants to be as a coach or even just in business, because right now he's shot himself with the way he's acted. You can't do that and expect people to want to work with you. And for those of y'all who supporting him or and it's not that I don't support him. I wholeheartedly support what he's doing. Again, he did some great things. It's unfortunate that that's not going to be the overriding videos that are popping up on YouTube. It's not going to, all the videos where he was out cutting the grass and bringing in equipment to help dig up the trees and clear the land and all this for the practice facility. That's not going to be seen. What's going to be seen is his rant and the negative ways that he's been acting, and the fact that he's been attacking the guy, Reggie Theus. Nobody's saying Reggie Theus is right. Nobody's saying Bethune-Cookman is right. But your actions definitely are not. Let me rephrase that. It's not that they're right. Not right, because I don't want to say right or wrong, but it's definitely not professional. Definitely not professional. All right. 41 Zora says, nice. All right. Thumbs up. Thank you, Nora, 41. All right, so we're going to get out of here. I want y'all to know I really do love you. Go to unauniversity.com and look us up so that you can see what we do. Y'all want to be a part of the university? Because we help you put people in the headlock. All right? I love y'all. Deep Marie, I'm out. My people in YouTube, I love you. I'm out. Peace. No more questions? Going once. Going twice. Going. Thank you for the rose boxing. I love you. I'm out. Bye, y'all.